An unassuming health clinic in North London. Not one of these people had ever been on strike before. This, they say, is the action of last resort.
Most of the people here are either nurses, AHPs, physiotherapists, dietitians, and it's very hard. We want to provide the service to our public, but this is something that we all felt as one. We have to actually make a stand now.
But we don't want to be doing this. I'm a nurse by my background and a health visitor. We don't want to be taking strike action, but we have no choice. We are left with no choice in this action at all.
Save our pensions.
One government minister said this was being organised by militants determined to disrupt people's lives. But it doesn't look like it. It looks more like a mouse that decided to roar. The government's message to these people is, you have no business going on strike. You become nurses or teachers out of a sense of public duty. That's true, say the strikers, we do it for the public, but this time you pushed us too far. Accepting low pay has become part of accepting life in public service, but the bonus has always been earlier retirement than the private sector and reasonable pensions paid by tax. That's the bit the government wants to change.
It is the poorest and the weakest who too often are being asked to pay the price for this crisis, rather than those people who really caused the crisis, which is the financial elite.
So hospitals, rubbish collections, airports and more are all affected. That in turn means a greater shutdown. 19,000 school closures in England alone mean more people staying at home to look after their children. So there's also a big constituency here that says striking is fundamentally wrong, and that's who the government speaks for.
These are fair changes, and I'll tell you why they're fair. We rejected the idea you should level down public sector pensions. We think public sector pensions should be generous, but as people live longer, it is only right and only fair that they should make greater contributions.
The government claims a moral obligation to get the UK out of a financial crisis. The strikers say the poor are taking a far bigger hit than the rich. That, at least, is beyond doubt.